Hello everyone, welcome to DRAF Videos Transformers Spoilers Review. If you haven't seen this movie as yet, please switch this off, go watch the movie and come back and review this video. So, first of all...
If you come back crying, then we understand why.
Okay. First of all, well, what we want to do is talk about what we enjoyed about the movie, and then we'll get into the negatives. Okay? Now, I will start off first, right?
That'll be very short.
Okay. Well, first of all, what I enjoyed was the visual effects and a little bit of the action within the movie because I saw it at IMAX. And then I guess is the opening sequence where it was set in medieval times, where the two factions were at war. The cinematography with that was okay. And for me, those three aspects were the good parts. What about you?
The visuals, when I finally saw Optimus. Well, actually, when I saw a Transformer, yeah, that's when the movie went up for me.
Mm-hmm.
And also, that's when it went down for me as well, depending on who I was looking at.
Okay.
Case in point, Mohawk.
Alright. So, with that out of the way now, let's get to what we didn't like about Transformers. Well, what I will say is, I find this whole movie was a mess. An awful mess.
This movie was made to sell toys, plain and simple. It was not appealing to a die-hard Transformers fan. If you are a die-hard Transformers fan, you would agree with us that this was not done in proper taste. In my opinion, right about now, we should all gather up together, get some fires and pitchforks, and find Michael Bay and tell him stop.
Well,
beg him to stop.
For my first time when I saw it, things started to go downhill. As I told you, when they shot Merlin, they had the scene with Merlin drinking on the horse. I was drunk.
A drunk
yeah.
Monsieur? I can't even say it properly. He was drunk. Okay? Yes. This is a movie that's
that aspect. From there, I started to see things go downhill. Another thing that I found with the movie is that the little girl, I can't remember her name, Isabella,
yeah.
right? What is her role in the movie? Because we only saw her for a brief period of time at the beginning.
And then there was a gap.
And then she went off.
Then I think what somebody else whose review I saw said that, oh wait, we have this character, we need to put it back in the fray of things. It's like, ooh, right, Isabella.
No, not to really categorize. The actor who played Isabella, she could act, but the character of Isabella, I don't see the need for her in the movie. You could easily substitute her character with Bumblebee or any other character. Because in the beginning, no, seriously, in the beginning you saw where she lost a Transformer. Canopy, right?
Right, yeah.
They could have easily put in Bumblebee and have Canopy be Bumblebee's friend.
That's true.
Exactly.
They could have.
And the same part where Bumblebee burst into that scene, they could have had Optimus Prime. We hardly even saw Optimus Prime, for most of the movie. Just a few shots.
I think we saw Optimus less. No, I think we probably saw Optimus more in this movie than we saw Optimus in the original animated 1980s Transformers movie. We saw Optimus in the beginning of that, and within like first 20 minutes he was dead. if you haven't seen that movie yet, that was a big spoiler. So, whoops. It's that old. Go see it. Watch that first. Watch that first. Watch all the Michael Bay films. Come back and watch this review.
No, that's a Michael Bay is a director. He directed other things besides Transformers. He did The Rock as well as other movies. I can't recall.
Would you believe that The Rock is one of my favorite movies with Nicolas Cage in it?
And Sean Connery.
Yeah, that was actually good.
Right. But as I keep saying for a long while, and you keep hearing this from me, Michael Bay has been on this franchise too long.
Yes, I agree with you.
Too long.
Somebody else should have taken over.
Yes.
Long overdue.
Like how Star Wars has different directors on different movies. He should have given other people to
But the
direct
question
those
is,
movies.
who could we have gotten to really taking up the mantle? I mean,
There are a lot of good directors out there. But
the thing about it is Michael Bay. Here's one thing I would give Michael Bay props for.
Mm-hmm.
The man knows action.
Yes, he knows action.
However, whoever his writer is, if you're watching this, you need to be fired, dude. But the thing about it is the action. When the action starts, it's all up in your face. I would admit, in the very first Transformers movies that we saw, when you saw two different Transformers clash, you had a problem. I had a problem, especially. I don't know about you, but I had a problem just figure out who was who. Because only when they pan away, like, oh, that was Bumblebee, and then he's ripping apart Ravage. So it's like, okay, when we were actually watching this movie, we could actually tell who was who. Unlike in the other ones, we couldn't tell any of the bots apart when they were clashing. But now in this one, we could tell who was who.
Okay, well, another thing I find with this movie is also that the Dinobots. We didn't get much of the Dinobots. They were mostly in our scrap yard.
That was the hard part for me.
Yeah.
I am a diehard Grimlock Dinobots fan, and just to see him be reduced to a guard dog, a dog,
and spitting out a car.
Mark Wahlberg was talking to what is a killing machine as a dog. Oh God.
This movie left us so bad taste in my mouth. I'm
still recovering from it. I would admit I went home and I actually did cry. I actually cried after watching a Transformers movie. I mean, when I was a kid, I cried when Optimus and Starscream died in the original animated movie. I was a kid, okay? But as a big hardback man watching that, I was like, I was in tears. Seriously, it hurt. It really hurt.
We got introduced to other new Transformers, but still, it's
Speaking of which, let me ask a question. In your entire time doing Transformers, do you know anybody named Mohawk?
Nope.
Or Nitro Zeus?
No, these are characters I believe they made up.
So Michael Bay made up these characters? Because I do not remember any.
Well, whoever wrote this script.
You know what was very disappointing? Who was most disappointing Decepticon? Onslaught. Onslaught. For those of you who know Transformers lore, Onslaught is the centerpiece of one of the most destructive Decepticons. He is the leader of the Combaticons, and when the Combaticons come by, they form Bruticus. Bruticus is near on par with Devastator as a combiner, as in power, but Bruticus, what Devastator has in minor intelligence, Bruticus has none. Bruticus is a killing machine. And for them to do what they did to Onslaught, we barely got anything of Onslaught. That's one Decepticon I knew by name, who I wanted to see, apart from Megatron. Give me some more of Barricade in this movie. Barricade got a face job. He looked
different from the first movie.
The problem that I'm having with these Transformers now is that they're looking very human. They're not looking like robots. They're looking more.
Their face
human.
looking more human.
They're looking too human.
And we're gonna get to more of that a little later.
Yeah. So Barricade got a massive fix over. So not to sound offensive, but I could have swore I saw him wearing a gold chain. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it again with my godsons, but you saw a gold chain, right?
I think I saw.
He was sporting a gold chain and brass knuckles.
Okay, so
Racially offensive, Michael Bay. Seriously.
what about the butler? His name
Cogman.
Con.
Cogman was, in my opinion, I don't know if anybody else thinks this, Cogman is what I will call the Michael Bay of the Transformers movie. Literally, I believe Cogman is Michael Bay's
Personality.
he put himself in the movie. Not that he put himself as a character in the movie, but how to put it? Cogman is Michael Bay as a Transformer. Massively insane. This character is bipolar. And they even said that in the movie that he was bipolar. He was just doing random. He was like,
Yeah, well, I really didn't like that guy.
he was so random. You'd swear like Michael Bay was like, okay, we need a so random character. I can't put Deadpool in my movie, so I'm gonna make up a new one. Cogman.
Well, one of the things I always say to him is that the Transformers movie should focus more on the Transformers rather than the humans.
Dude, that is what every Transformers fan says. That is a problem. The Transformers movies are less about the Transformers and more about the humans. As somebody once told me, that is strictly for screen time.
Because
The actors need more screen time than the CG characters. Although, wasn't most of the budget put into the CG characters?
the cost
Yeah.
was a couple of millions.
And yeah, so how about we see more of the CG characters versus the people? I mean, Mark Wahlberg was good. I'm okay with Marky Mark being in the movie. So
Well, Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
now, would have been funny though if at one point in time if Bumblebee broke out playing Good Vibrations at one point, it would have been hilarious. But no, that would be in poor taste. But overall, Mark Wahlberg, he tried his. I think Mark Wahlberg tried to save this movie as best as he could. The character Kate Yeager is more likable to me than Sam Witwicky.
Well, I believe so.
I think Sam Witwicky,
Because to me, Sam Witwicky, that character was in the first set of movies was only screaming Optimus.
and Bumblebee.
Yeah, after a while I really
Shia
couldn't get it.
LaBeouf, I mean, dude,
Shia LaBeouf is a good actor.
Shia LaBeouf is a good actor. He's a good screamer too. I will feel sorry for any woman he has coitus with.
Oh my.
I will feel sorry for any woman who he has coitus with. She will be deaf.
Anyhow, I didn't like the Cogman. The thing is, you could easily replace Cogman with a human.
No, the thing is, my question is this. I thought Cogman, under all honesty, was going to be a headmaster. I thought he was going to transform into the head of something much bigger and more badass. I waited the entire movie to see this. He didn't transform into anything. Although, quick question. Bumblebee and Mark Wahlberg traveled to England from America in an old-fashioned plane, right?
Right.
How did where was Bumblebee the entire time on that plane? That plane was
Because I know at the submarine scene, he was on the outside.
He couldn't fit on the inside.
Right.
He stayed on the water and he didn't rust kids.
He wasn't on the inside of the plane.
Which is interesting. A lot of Transformers fans, well, I won't say Transformers fans, a lot of newcomers to Transformers always ask the question, how could Transformers breathe underwater? They ask me this, and I'm like, they're robots.
Yeah, but what about, remember this, they are made of metal, and it's water we're dealing with. What if they start to rust?
Hey, remember, they're not made from metal, they're made from transformium. Remember that, guys? Remember that line? Age of Extinction, transformium. I'm so glad that didn't make a comeback. But ever since that movie came out, I've been like, they're made from transformium.
Alright, so now let's segue away from Cogman and talk about Anthony Hopkins' character. Personally, I don't think this was.
His best role.
Yeah.
This was a
different.
This was a departure from what
we are accustomed.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins was Hannibal Lecter and that was a step. I will admit, I saw that, I was scared out of my mind.
Hands down, right? Anthony Hopkins is one of the A-list actors in Hollywood. Right? He's the top tier, one of the top tier. And from what I saw him saying dude and be bitching and so forth.
And the random flipping off the police. You saw that part, right? He randomly flipped off the police. I'm like, Anthony Hopkins just flipped the bird. He just flipped off the police. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I know, because I said he's one of the top tier. He will have that range of as an actor to perform. But to me, this is the first time I actually seen him in this type of role.
It was a massive departure.
Yeah.
Now, although there were scenes where he commanded the room, that was good. That was the Anthony Hopkins that we know.
Yeah, that's
but
what.
All the other times was like, oh god, it's like watching a senile old man just completely lose his mind.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty, kids. Guys, it wasn't pretty. I mean, really and truly. It was hard to stomach. It was hard.
Yeah.
It
All right. Let's go into
more spoiler territories.
Well, we in spoil. This is our spoilers review.
All right.
So the next thing that was revealed to us is, well, it wasn't a truth, but it was more a lie. Is that Earth was unicorn?
Actually, I don't think that was much a lie. I think they're actually going with this. But before we started doing the video, we spoke about, I told Damian about Transformers Prime, and that series was one of the best CG Transformers series to date. And what that series did was they spoke about Unicron. Yes, they talked about the big U, and that he existed, but in a way that he existed, that he was the core of the Earth in that series, meaning that the Earth was formed around him.
Right.
So that was the only thing that was different. So Michael Bay is pulling from, well, here's the whole thing. In that series, Bumblebee couldn't talk either. So everybody's pulling from everybody. So Michael Bay decided to go and do that because there's all these horns just growing out of the ground.
Out of the ground, yeah.
Like, where are these horns coming from? What is their significance? And it's Unicron. So planet Earth is Unicron.
When I heard that, I just put my hand on my mouth and I was like, for real?
You were kind of like, what?
Yeah.
And it's not only just 2 horns. He has like, how much horns were there? Like 5, right?
5 or 6. 5 or 6, yeah.
So I had to say he was like very, dare I say, very horny. But overall, bad joke aside, but yeah, Unicron. Look, all right, Transformers Prime did it okay. They fixed that. All right, Michael Bay. I don't know how this is going to pan out. I mean, at the end of all of this, it screams sequel. Moving on, there's also this character, a newer character that's introduced, Quintessa.
She's not a human. Basically, she is a transformer. She hasn't transformed into anything other than an Asian character.
We assume that she's a transformer.
And this is a spoiler end credits. Spoiler.
Quick question: was there anything at the end of the credits?
Well, I didn't stay back because I was so.
You too, huh?
Yeah. I was getting up to leave, and then I saw. Well, they just started to roll the credits, and this end credits scene came up with Quintessa as an Asian girl.
Yeah.
Understand? So.
Thing is, the character Quintessa. All right. For Transformers lore, yet again, Quintessa was the home planet, well, the temporary home planet of the Transformers creators in the G1 Transformers series, the Quintessons.
Right.
When the Quintessons were ran off, when they were overthrown by the creations, the Autobots and the Decepticons of a Cybertron, they found a temporary home planet called Quintessa. In later seasons, it was destroyed by the Quintessons trying to kill the Autobots and Decepticons. But yeah, Quintessa. I just feel Michael Bay is just grabbing names and just throwing things together and not really understanding.
Grabbing names, but more or less going to the mythology, but as I say, grabbing certain aspects of the changing it accordingly to how he wants.
He wants, yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say him, but whoever wrote the script,
Yeah.
the story, yeah.
Whoever the writers are.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
pull from different things.
So, and on, and then let's see what else. We got introduced to the mini Dinobots, the babies.
Yeah, that
Well, but last I checked, there were no RC and all the other female Autobots were killed. So where?
in the previous movies, right?
Yeah. So where
Yeah.
did baby Grimlock and baby Slug and baby Strafe come from?
From when I first saw them, the only thing I could have thought about is they put that in for merchandising. Toys.
Yeah, for kids.
For kids, for toys.
This movie-
Because we saw where Isabella was
playing with them.
playing with them.
Fun fact. Isabella. Now, the girl who played Isabella, I actually saw this movie earlier this year. Nickelodeon Kids channel had a movie for the Legend of the Hidden Temple game, and she actually was in that movie.
And well, I didn't see the movie, but how did she?
It's a Nickelodeon movie. It wasn't spectacular.
No, well, the movie not spectacular, but how?
Her acting was as what you expect from a Nickelodeon movie.
Okay.
But her acting in Transformers, she tried.
Yeah, well,
She tried.
She tried.
She tried.
I could see she did a
To go back on what Damian said earlier is that we could have that could have easily been Bumblebee, somebody else.
Yeah, they could have cast anybody else to take her place, take the character's place.
Yeah.
That character was not necessary. It was not a lead character.
I think what her point is in the movie. Okay, let's look at it this way. Megan Fox was to attract horny teenage boys to watch the first two movies, right? The third movie, what's that girl's name again? Who played Carly?
I can't remember.
Whoever she is. I would admit she did not get my gears going as much as Megan Fox did. I mean, I invested a lot into Megan Fox's character, Michaela, and then they just threw her out the show, and I was annoyed. Then there was Mark Wahlberg's daughter, Tessa. That's her name, right? Tessa?
I think it was Tessa.
See how much I don't care about the human characters?
Yeah.
Right. So she was okay, but she made like picture cameos and you heard her voice. I think Isabella was to try to pull in kids who, I mean, this franchise has been going for 10 years, so anybody born during the point in time, during this 10 years, probably before Transformers came out, who got into Transformers when it came out, the first one, they're probably now maybe 11 in the early teens. So I think she was put in just to attract young teen boys. I mean, it's disgusting of a tactic to do, but I'm a big hardback man. I'm not gonna be watching no preteen, but I think that's one of those things that's one of the things that Michael Bay probably did. I mean, there's also girl power, of course, representing girl power. Nothing against that, but I think that was her device. I think that was her plot device, that she's going to bring in the young boy audience, because there was no Megan Fox. Apart from the explosions, giant robots, and action.
Well, there was one lead female. I think her name is Laura Haddock. That's the actress. Sorry.
Yeah.
She was She was okay.
Yeah. But
She had a little banter with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
His character, Kid Yeager.
yeah. So they had that one moment, usual,
Yeah.
kiss and whatnot.
What about the action? There was the military guys. One of them was from the previous movies. There was Josh Duhamel.
Yeah. Now, what
The-
I thought was, okay, basically the guys who were chasing down the Transformers in the beginning of the movie, this is a separate group, not the same group who worked with the Transformers. This was NES.
Yeah.
This was a separate group who were just outright killing Transformers.
Right.
They just saw Transformers as nothing good. Basically, they're kind of like how the Sentinels and the X-Men franchises are.
Correct.
They're just anti-Transformers. Although to the very end of the movie, they changed their tone.
Right.
Because Mark Wahlberg, like I said, he was a very, Kid Yeager was a very strong believer in Optimus.
He had enough faith in
Yeah.
Optimus.
And, he really had one powerful line where he said, I never lost faith in Optimus. The
True.
entire world did. And that line was like, shit, yeah. And it was TRF. Yeah, the
TRF, yeah.
TRF group.
And they took off the badges.
Yeah, when they pulled off the badges, it was like, all right, now you guys are getting this. They said Optimus Prime is not the bad guy. He didn't want all this crap happening on Earth. He just wants a place to call home. And that's when he said that. Earth is his home.
Yeah.
Right here. It got me here. I would admit there were moments that movie redeemed itself, but there's very few in between. So that was the hard part. There was there are small moments where it will make you think the movie's gonna redeem itself, but it.
As I stated before, the action was good, but at sometimes I was wondering who they were really shooting at.
Maybe.
The TRF, because after they took off the badges and they went after Megatron and the others.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just looking on the screen and seeing bullets just flying all over the
Bullets
screen.
just flying all over the place.
Yeah,
The vast majority of the Decepticons got taken off very early.
Yeah.
So these were, I'm guessing, what was the combiner that Megatron? It was Infiticus, right? Right, Infiticus. So it was the Infiticons, I believe. But the problem was, there were so little bit of them. Why would he have such a hard? Oh right, that one gun turret was giving him the most amount of trouble.
Yeah.
But other than that, who were they really shooting at? They weren't
And then
that much.
they were shooting, and the other thing is the little transformer. Well, they didn't really
Squeaks.
Squeaks.
Forgot
Squeaks
about
went
him.
and Squeaks fired this gun
That is what this girl's whole point
and
was.
took out everyone.
Isabella's whole point was that she
Yeah.
had this little small sidekick, Squeaks, and the line that she told him at the end of the movie was hilarious. You're small and you're ugly. No one's going to see you.
See you.
I was like, I would admit, I was like, if I was Squeaks, I would feel insulted.
Wow.
I would have actually cried for that.
Wow.
So, her whole point was to get Squeaks to do stuff because
Yeah, but to say that line.
you're small and you're ugly.
Anyhow, the next point I'll bring up is the Knights
Yes. Where the bleep did they come from?
Well,
They had no names, kids. They had no names. We don't know who these guys are.
no. Oh, we tried to deduce there were 12 of them or 13.
I think there were 12.
12.
I think she said 12. There are
And
12 knights.
There were 12 knights. One crashed in the ship and he gave Kid Yeager
Excalibur.
Yeah.
Literally Excalibur.
Well,
Literally Excalibur.
they say talisman, but we know it's Excalibur.
It was a
because
talisman that became the sword.
The sword,
Excalibur.
exactly.
I
So-
shit you not.
So that left 11. Now, as you said, Optimus took out 3 of them.
I think I
That's
remember Optimus fighting fighting them when he became oh right, yes, another spoiler, he got brainwashed and he was called Nemesis Prime.
Nemesis.
When he got back to Earth, he went to this submerged ship, which I will now call the Omega Lock. People who know Transformers well will understand what I mean by that. So the Knights, they were on the Omega Lock and they were in hibernation. It's only when Merlin's staff was revealed, or when what's the girl's name again? The chick. What was her name again? Yeah, we were having a hard time remembering that name because
it was so
it was that painful. So don't quote us, don't bash us in the comments about us forgetting the names.
Yeah.
We will probably come back later, probably put that in later.
Yeah.
So the thing is, yeah, he took out 3 of them.
Yeah. So
I think one actually Mark Wahlberg reactivated, and he had one eye and he went batshit crazy.
Right.
When Optimus showed up, I saw he sliced one in half, then he jabbed his sword into the next one and kind of cut him some kind of like, okay, so that's
right. So this leads the question, right? In medieval times, all the knights combined to form the dragon. Now, if they took off some of the knights were killed, they came back in present day and they formed the same dragon.
Unless one of those knights happens to be a damn good medic, like better than Ratchet, like mystical kind of healing. That's the only way I can think that those who were killed could come back. Or maybe they didn't just use their parts. Maybe they just form
Or maybe they form a smaller dragon.
The thing is, that's how Transformers combiners work. That's the problem. If one part is missing, then you can't form the thing. You can't form. You could.
Or if maybe over the years, no, but then again, he got killed in the present day. So
let's look at it this way. All right, remember in Revenge of the Fallen, Jetfire, he sacrificed his parts to make Jet Optimus. So
he didn't come back alive.
But his parts were used to combine to Optimus. So that's probably what happened. Probably took the dead knights, their carcasses, and like, okay, well.
So all we could really do is speculate.
That there were still 12 knights. Yeah. Their body parts were used as limbs.
Okay.
Dark, right?
Yeah.
Returning characters were Hound, Drift, and the Crosshairs didn't have a point. They didn't.
Yeah, they were more like supporting characters. They weren't. You see, when we hear Transformers, we think the whole group are Transformers, and they are up front.
I have a question. Do you know what Crosshairs? I don't remember Crosshairs.
I don't remember
Crosshairs. I know Drift. Is a fairly new character.
Yeah.
Hound is a classic character.
Hound was there from the time, but Hound was basically, as I told you, to replace Ironhide.
Yeah.
Because Ironhide was the weapon specialist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Hound had terrible one-liners. John Goodman, no offense to you, man, terrible one-liners. Drift was very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very aggressive. Crosshairs, that's all he did. That's all I saw.
Yeah.
Just yak. Bumblebee, Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee was used sparingly. More than
I have
Optimus.
a question. They never explained Bumblebee's
How the parts came out and
how he
came
can form. They never explained that.
Well,
so is this now an ability that all Transformers have, that they can break apart, and
I'm telling you,
to me it reminded me of Beast Wars.
One can say is that this Transformers was more or less used as a launching pad, also as a launching pad for the new Bumblebee movie that is coming out.
To be quite honest, I wish that doesn't get made. I hope that doesn't get made.
And what gave it away is because they went back to World War II with the Nazis, where Bumblebee was fighting the Nazis. That alone signaled that would be the launching pad.
No, but there's a problem with that. In the prequel comic to the very first Transformers movie, Bumblebee landed on Earth. Not in that time period.
So everything is just helter-skelter.
It is. The story is helter-skelter. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Last thing I want to talk about was Quintessa. At the end, does the end credits. She stating how Unicron basically is alive, and she tried to chain up some human.
Oh, by the way, Cybertron is now actually
in Earth's orbit.
In Earth's atmosphere, actually.
Yeah.
It's actually...
Yeah.
Like,
it's right there.
Like personal...
So
like
all the Transformers would then be found there, and they migrate to that Cybertron.
To me, I'm guessing what's going to happen is, after all this, after the events of this movie, there's now going to be a better understanding of the Transformers as beings.
I hope so, because from what I am seeing here and what I was wishing for a long time is that they should have rebooted the Transformers
A long time. At least 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That should have been rebooted like after the second movie.
Now that the 5 movies have finished, Michael Bay is stating that he is done with the Transformers.
You believe that?
Well, we are still left to be seen if that is true.
Left to be seen.
But the thing is, from what we saw in this movie, it doesn't look like they will be rebooting, but they will continue the Transformers, but telling different stories.
In other words, we're getting Fast and Furious in Transformers. That's what we're getting.
On a scale of 0 to 10, what you would give Transformers the last name?
A very gracious 5.
You would give it a 5?
Because I still have faith. I still have hope that it can redeem itself. No, not this movie. The franchise can redeem itself. This movie, okay, well, alright. 4, alright? Let's be quite you know what? 4. 4 is realistic.
Yeah. I would still give it a 4. Yeah.
The visuals is the only thing that saved this movie.
Right. The visuals were one of the driving force that made me wanted to see this, because I saw the featurette, behind the scenes featurette that Michael Bay showed.
Yeah, so
with the IMAX cameras.
Yeah.
The visuals were good,
but
I had to give it a 4.
Yeah, it's a 4. It's a 4. It's under half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is something that kids would probably enjoy.
Yeah.
Long time Transformers fans would not.
The title is Transformers: The Last Night, but who was the last night?
Kid Yeager, kids.
It wasn't Optimus. I thought it was Optimus.
Everybody tells me Optimus. Everybody tells me Bumblebee. Actually, a lot of people thought that Optimus and Bumblebee were going to fuse. That was really weird.
Well, I guess that should wrap it up there for our spoilers review. This video will be posted up. You all can give your comments. There's something else I want to say, is that every film is subjective. You may like things that we might not like, and vice versa, but it's all good if you like the film and we don't. But at least, leave a comment. Let us know what you like or you don't like.
Admittedly, he is right.
Film is subjective.
It's subjective.
It's like a glass of water. You're not really you can't really measure a film.
You can. It is. It really is.
There's no measurement standard unit of measurement.
Film is an art form. There is no.
Some people will like it. Some people won't.
Yeah.
It's not. Each film is not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. Yeah. It's not for
Although
everybody.
they might have certain films that a lot of people will like, other people might not like. So that should wrap up our spoilers review. As I say, please leave your comments. If you need to, you can drop us a line. I have an email address, draftvideo@gmail.com. You could write in, tell us what you think, and that's about it.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Bye.